Well, today we'll discuss about minimum description length principle. Minimum description length principle. So what is posterior probability, prior probability? What is maximum a posteriori hypothesis? What is maximum likelihood hypothesis? And in the maximum likelihood hypothesis, with deterministic probabilities and non-deterministic probabilities like 0 and 1, we have seen and this was very similar to the minimization of the likelihood error. Now, minimum description length principle. If you remember in the concept learning chapter, when we were talking about hypothesis, during the finest algorithm and candidate elimination algorithm, we discussed about Occam's razor. Occam's razor. You know the meaning of the razor, right? This is the razor. Use it for shaving. That means cutting. So what razor has proposed is, so Occam's has proposed, not razor. His name is William Occam. Occam proposed no more things should be presumed to exist than are absolutely necessary. That means fewer assumptions an explanation of a phenomena will be better. That means less words give you better explanation than lot of words. The simplest explanation is generally the right one. That is the Occam's razor. That means you have to keep it short and sweet antar kada. So if you have 2 or 3 hypotheses, it's always better to choose the simplest hypothesis. For example, a tree endu badindi, why did this tree fall down? There are 2 explanations. One explanation is because of the wind. Second explanation, 2 meteorites, one hit the tree, knocked it down, then hit the other meteorite, thus obliterating the evidence of its existence. So when there are 2 explanations, when there are 2 different hypotheses, better to choose brief and simple hypothesis which commits some mistakes rather than a complex hypothesis which will not commit a single mistake also. Choose simple explanation even if there are errors, and omit the complex explanation even if it is error free, because the more complex the hypothesis, the more the parameters. So this is the Occam's razor. This is compared with razor because it cuts all the unnecessary explanations and makes it simple. Now, there is a theory called information theory. I don't know whether you come across it in flat or somewhere. I'm not very sure. Information theory. Coding. For example, if you are sending data from one place to the other, you don't want to send the actual message. You want to encode the message in the smallest bits, smallest number of bits, shortest bits. We will send the codes. For example, if you are sending a message, an image, generally, we don't send the image. What we send is RGB information. Each pixel, what is the R red value, what is green value, what is blue value. If you send that, you will save a lot of memory. So we are interested in compact code. We want the compact code when we are sending some information. So we want to minimize the number of bits and we want to minimize the length of the message that we are sending. Remember, we are not sending the actual message. We are sending the encoding message, encoded message. So Shannon and Weaver in 1949, they proposed that suppose if there is a message I, the minimum number of bits required to encode that message is logarithm of pi. Logarithm of pi. The minimum number of bits to encode a message or minus logarithm of pi. And we call that as LC. And here the code is C. This is the length and I is the message. LC of I is equal to minus log pi. Now, if you remember the previous equation, what was the last equation we derived? Okay, it is here. So the maximum a posteriori hypothesis is the maximum of probability of data given H into probability of H. Of course, we know this as, what is this probability of data given H? What is this? We called it as maximum likelihood. We called that as maximum likelihood. And P of H as posterior probability. And we know that maximizing this expression is same as the maximizing the logarithm of this expression. So if you take base logarithm of 2, logarithm of A into B is equal to logarithm of A plus logarithm of B. So logarithm of 2, logarithm base 2 of likelihood plus logarithm of base 2 prior probability. Maximizing a positive is same as minimizing a negative. Maximizing a positive is same as minimizing the negative. So if you want to minimize, we can minimize the negative quantity minus log probability of D given H minus log P to H. So this is the is the minimum length. If you remember, when we were doing ID3 algorithm, we calculated the entropy using the formula sigma minus pi log pi. Minus pi log pi. So minus log probability of D given H minus log probability of H. So arg minimum, this is LC of the hypothesis H. Sorry, this one. This is minus log probability of hypothesis LCH, and this is LC of D given H, where CH and CDH are encodings per given. So because this is the minimum length. So the minimum description length principle is, when you are choosing the hypothesis, calculate LC1H plus LC2 of D by H, and whichever hypothesis will give you the minimum encoding, choose that one. That means what we are saying is, MDL principle is recommending shortest method for encoding the data. So it is a trade-off. That means రెండిటి మధ్యలో we have to choose. Errors అసలు ఏం ఉండకూడదు అంటే hypothesis will be complex. Errors అస్సలు ఉండకూడదు. Perfect person కావాలనుకోండి, that will become very complex. Hypothesis will become very complex. లేదు కొన్ని ఎర్రర్స్ ఉన్నా పర్వాలేదు అంటే you can choose shorter hypothesis. So you have to trade off. You have to choose between what is your requirement. You want zero proof, zero error. That means you have to choose complex hypothesis. There is no other way. In some situations you can suffer, you can tolerate some errors. Then you can go for shorter hypothesis that makes a few errors over a longer hypothesis that perfectly classifies the data. That doesn't mean always we have to take minimum description length principle. No. That is not always the situation. What we are saying in minimum description length principle is, if the size of the hypothesis can be expressed in minus log 2 pH, and encoding length of the data is expressed in minus log 2 probability of D by H, then minimum description length principle will produce map hypothesis. This is minimum description length principle. Minimum description length principle. So let me come back to my notes. Today we will discuss about, what did we discuss just now?
Minimum description length.
Minimum description length principle. So now we will come to the base classification or Bayes optimal classifier. Bayes optimal classifier. So far, what was the question we were discussing? The question that we were discussing is, among the given hypotheses, what is the most probable hypothesis? This is what we were discussing. Either HMAP, HML. What we were trying to do is, what is the most probable hypothesis given the training data? Suppose we are given with some training data and we are given with some set of hypotheses, capital H. Among this H1, H2, H3, so on, which one is the best probable hypothesis? In other words, what our question is, if we are given with new instance, మనకు డేటా ఆల్రెడీ ఇచ్చారు, ఒక కొత్త డేటా ఇస్తే, if we are given a new instance, why we want to find the hypothesis, best hypothesis? So that if you are given with new instance, what is the most probable classification? How do we classify? What is the most probable classification? This is our question. Something like, remember the previous problems. We are given with data, right? 14 examples are given. And based on that, we will classify whether he will play tennis or not. Suppose we will be given with new set of attributes. For example, outlook is sunny, temperature is cool, and humidity is high, and wind is the strong. Sunny, cool, high, and strong. Whether it will be classified as S or no. Already 14 examples we have. And if we give some other instance, how it will classify? That is our question. For that, we can use Bayes theorem. When we use the Bayes theorem, we call that as Bayes classifier or Bayes classification. Bayes classification. Now, let us take an example and develop the equation. Let us say there are 3 hypotheses. Let us say there are three hypotheses. H1, H2, H3. Three hypotheses. H1, H2, and H3. Let us say the posterior probabilities are given. Not prior, posterior probability. As 0.4, 0.3, 0.3. What we mean by posterior probability? What we mean by posterior probability? Probability of H1 given D is equal to 0.4. That is the posterior probability. Probability of H2 given D is 0.3. And probability of H3 given D is 0.3. You please tell me which is the map hypothesis among these three? What is H map? What is H map? Formula? So which is H map among this? Which has a higher probability? H1 or H2 or H3? Amma? Obviously H1, right? So the maximum a posteriori hypothesis is H1, map hypothesis, because it has the maximum. అంటే దాని అర్థం we will discard these two అని కాదు, but this is the maximum a posteriori hypothesis. Maximum chance is there. Now let us say we have got new instance X. There is a new instance. There is a new instance X which is classified as positive. Let us indicate the positive by this term, by H1. Negative, according to the second hypothesis, negative by H2 and negative by H3. So this is H1 classified the example instance as positive, but whereas H2 and H3 they classified it as negative. That means the probability of positive is 0.4 and this is 0.6 together. Now How do we classify this? How we can classify this example? Whether we should classify it as positive or negative. For that situation, let us assume, because there are two target values, positive and negative. Let us call this as a capital V, which is a set of Vj or Vi, let us say. That means either positive or negative. So what we can write is the probability of classifying as Vj given the data, that means either positive or negative given the data, is sigma, all the hypothesis, Hi belongs to H, probability of Vj given Hi into the probability of that hypothesis, posterior probability of that hypothesis. So the Bayes theorem Bayes optimal classification is, we will classify them which will return the maximum probability argmax of Vj belonging to capital V. What is Vj here? మన ప్రాబ్లంలో ఒకటి పాజిటివ్, ఇంకొకటి నెగటివ్. మనం దేన్ని క్లాసిఫై చేయాలనేది Vj. సో దేన్ని చేస్తాం? పాజిటివ్ ఆ నెగటివ్ అనేది డిపెండ్స్ ఆన్ ద మాక్సిమం వాల్యూ ఆఫ్ ద ప్రాబబిలిటీ ఆఫ్ Vj given the hypothesis into the probability of that hypothesis given the data, posterior probability. Now we already know this is Bayes optimal classification. Bayes optimal classification. Now in our problem, already we know that what is Vj? Tell me. V is either positive or negative. And what are the posterior probabilities of this term? P of H1 given D is how much? 0.4.
0.4.
Probability of H2 given D is 0.3. Probability of H3 given D is again 0.3. Right? Now let us calculate these values. Let us calculate these values. Vj means either positive or negative. Now what is the probability given the H1? What is the probability of classifying X as positive?
H1.
1. It is classifying it as 1. And obviously, the probability that H1 classifying the example as negative is 0. Because we are written here, instance X is classified as positive by H1, negative by H2, and negative by H3. So, the probability of classifying the X as positive by H2 is
0.
0 because H2 is classifying it as negative. So the probability of classifying the X as positive by H3 is 0. And conversely, probability of classifying the X as negative is 1. H2. Probability of classifying the X as negative by H3 is also equal to 1. Now calculate the probability of classifying as positive is probability of positive given the hypothesis Hi into the probability of Hi given the data. So what is this value? 1 into 0.4 plus 0 into 0.3 plus 0 into 0.3. How much? How much?
0.4.
0.4. Similarly, what is negative probability of negative given D? Tell me.
.6.
Yeah. 1 into 0, 0.3 into 1, 1 into 0. Sorry, 0.4 into 0 plus 0.3 into 1 plus 0.3 into 1. That is equal to 0.6. So the probability that classifying X as negative Huh. 1 into, sorry, 0.4 into 0 plus 0.3 into 1 plus 0.3 into 1 is equal to 0.6. Now, according to this principle, which is the maximum? Positive classification or negative classification?
Negative.
Negative. So, though our map says that it is positive, our maximum a posteriori hypothesis says that the given example is positive, we don't depend on only one hypothesis. We calculate all the probabilities. So here Vj belongs to a set of positive and negative, and Hi belongs to capital H, sigma, ఇక్కడ రాద్దాం. Hi belongs to capital H. Probability of Vj, small vj, given the hypothesis Hi into the posterior probability of that hypothesis. This is because 0.6 is the maximum, it is classified as a negative. This, when we use this equation, this is called Bayes optimal classification, or this model is called Bayes optimal classifier. Till now, this is the best classifier when we have the same hypothesis space and same prior probabilities. This method is the best method for classification, Bayes classification. So this has revolutionized the whole machine learning problems, classification by Bayes theorem. So we have so many hypotheses kada. If suppose for example of image ichcharu, hypothesis 1 it is a cat, hypothesis 2 it is a dog, hypothesis 3 it is a let us say something other. So you have so many hypotheses. Among them, choosing the hypothesis will depend on the prior probabilities, posterior probabilities. This posterior probability will vary with the data, whereas prior probability is constant. This is not constant. Posterior probability varies with the data. Now, what is the posterior probability here? Okay, we didn't calculate that, right? No problem. So this will updated. This will be updated as the data increases. That's why it gives the good results. Whereas probability of Hi is fixed. So this equation is the most important equation, Bayes optimal classification. When it is maximum, then we will classify that as the probability of Vj given the data. So tomorrow we'll see naive Bayes classifier, naive Bayesian classifier, naive.